I'm Charlton Heston. I'm delighted to be here to introduce this program about the notorious cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. There are a great many characters in this story, some good, some evil. But there's no question who the hero is. It's Abraham, the first of the great Hebrew prophets. The story, as it's told here, opens when Abraham, or Abram, as he's first called, is just a boy. But it's not long before we realize that Abram's different from those around him. When he accidentally breaks an idol, an object of worship among pagans, his father is angry. Abram responds that it was not he who broke the idol. It was, he insists, another idol that did the damage. Abram, his father, says calmly, "We both know that's impossible. The idols are not alive." "Then why do you pray to them?" Abram says. It's an important moment indeed. Throughout the Old Testament, God and his prophets urge people to stop worshiping idols. Indeed, this is so important that it's the subject of the first two commandments. "Thou shalt have no other gods before me, and thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image." Many generations will come and go before God delivers those laws to Moses. But Abram seems to understand them already. As he grows into manhood, Abram continually strives to abide by God's will. As a result, the Lord singles him out. "I will make your descendants a great nation," God tells him. "And all the people of the earth will be blessed through you." In order for this promise to be fulfilled, Abram has to travel to a place called Canaan. On his way, he encounters many difficulties, but through it all, God watches over him and protects him. Why does God take such a special interest in this man? Well, in addition to being devoted to God, Abram has in his own heart a strong sense of justice and concern for his fellow man. Indeed, this concern is so strong that he's willing to challenge God when he feels that the Lord is acting unfairly. That's exactly what happens when God informs Abraham, as he is now called, that he plans to destroy the city of Sodom, a place known for its wickedness. "How can you destroy a whole city?" Abraham asks. "What gives you the right to destroy the innocent with the wicked?" That's a remarkably bold challenge. After all, as we're reminded through the Bible, the earth and its people are God's creation. He can do with them whatever he pleases. But Abraham seems to know in his heart that God will not act unjustly. He's right. "If you can find 10 righteous men in Sodom," God says, "I will spare the city." In the end, Sodom proves to be wicked through and through, and God proceeds with his plan to demolish it. Now, by this time, Abraham is an old man, but he and his wife Sarah still have no sons. How, he wonders, can he become the patriarch of a great nation? Well, as it turns out, God does bless the couple with a boy. They name him Isaac, and they love him more than they love their own lives. Abraham, it seems, will now be able to live out his days in quiet contentment. But the story takes one more unexpected turn. One day, when Isaac is still a boy, God orders Abraham to take his beloved son to a land called Moriah. There he must kill him and offer him as a sacrifice to the Lord. It's a very disturbing moment indeed, and Abraham is devastated. But as we've already seen, he is completely devoted to God. He agrees to do as he's told. In the end, of course, Isaac is spared. When God sees that Abraham is a man of unwavering faith, he sends an angel to intervene. And from then on, Abraham's allowed to live in peace. Isaac will go on to marry and have a son of his own, whom he will name Jacob. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's get ready to travel back to the ancient land of Ur, where young Abram is living with his family. Your guide in this journey will be my friend Simon. That's him right there in the photograph. You'll be meeting him very shortly. But now's time for me to say goodbye. I'll see you again soon, though. Until then, peace be with you.
It has been many years since the Great Flood. Noah's children have repopulated the earth. Vegetation grows abundantly. Animals of all species thrive. And cities like rise and fall. But Noah's children have forgotten the God of their father and pray to idols carved out of wood and clay. Even the most righteous of men have turned their backs on the Lord.
Tara, you're late.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to have my son Abram mind the stall for a while.
Very well. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, do you think I can have an advance?
Of course.
Thank you.